Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Morphides with Many Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be about being rejected. This is inspired by a session I had last week, and this beautiful soul that I work with is afraid to enter a relationship because they are being rejected and they're scared of being rejected again. So this is now what we know about rejection or any other feeling that you are concerned that your specific person might have about you, or you have experienced already with your specific person. Whatever you experience or think or are afraid that you're going to experience, rejection, ghosting, abandonment, that means, because the world is a mirror, that somewhere within yourself, you're not accepting all parts of you. You are being reflected, that part of you, by that person. So you are rejecting parts of yourself somewhere deep down inside. You are abandoning needs of yours deep down inside. You are not fully accepting, recognizing, giving value to something deep down inside of you. So once you're able to figure that out, then it's going to be easy to heal and change. And then you're going to not have this experience by somebody else anymore. But this is why this happens. And usually rejection, if we're scared that we're going to be rejected, it's tied in with vulnerability and shame. So if I allow myself to be completely vulnerable and allow someone in to get to know me, right? Like I need to be vulnerable in order for that to happen. And then if I'm scared that I'm going to be rejected, that means that I'm not, like if I was fully accepting myself and I was really sure of myself and my self-confidence was really up there, why would I fear that somebody would reject me? Like, why would that seed even be planted? The only reason why that's there is because somewhere deep down inside of you, you have this experience embedded in you. Maybe it was when you were a child. Maybe your parents did not have enough time, so they didn't praise you or tell you that they love you, or they did not come to your sports events. Perhaps they gave more attention to your other sibling. Something has happened in your childhood that has given you this core belief, I am bound to be rejected, because you were not fully accepted. So if you haven't integrated that, fully be accepted, fully be seen, if you haven't had the chance or opportunity to integrate that into your system yet, so you know what that feels like, and you've had the opposite experience of, like me, I did grow up this way. So there was really no physical touch. There was no hugging. I don't remember ever hearing my mom say, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did so good. There was just criticism, punishment, name calling, things of that nature. So of course I felt not accepted. Of course I felt rejected. And I carried that into my adult life. And I would always have this thought of why would they want to be with me? Because I didn't think that I was worth it or deserved it. So of course I was going to get abandoned, because that's how I felt about myself. That's the vibration I was putting out there. I was manifesting that reality to happen to me over and over and over. So when I hear a person I work with now say that, I know where it stems from, and it's totally healable. So look within you and see what parts of yourself are you rejecting, you're not fully accepting, and now you're afraid that it's going to be mirrored back to you by somebody else. We always have the power. The universe does not want us to hurt. The universe hurts us, or we think it's hurting us, by giving us these people and experiences, but all it's doing is simply showing us the wound that we signed up to heal as an adult in our lifetime. That's what it comes down to. So once you know that, then you have superpower, right? You have your power to change your life and your experience, and you don't have to be afraid of being rejected. If anything, you're going to embrace that, because you're going to want to heal that part of yourself and accept all parts of yourself. Because also, if you are feeling that somebody else might reject you, and you don't want to be fully vulnerable in order to avoid that, there's shame somewhere in there about something about you, because the only thing that kills vulnerability is shame. Shame likes to hide, it does not like to be talked about, and vulnerability cuts it in the knees. It cuts shame in the middle. And thank you to Brene Brown for shedding so much light on shame and vulnerability. So the more you do your inner child work, the more you heal yourself, the more you accept all parts of you. Maybe there were parts of you as a child that you were bullied, name called, so you haven't accepted that little self of yours because it was not accepted. Therefore, you're still stuck in that scenario. Or perhaps you grew up without a dad and you felt lesser than, and you're rejecting that part of yourself because you felt rejected. Or perhaps you were abused in all ways. If you were a victim of sexual abuse, maybe then you feel ashamed about that experience and you're not accepting that part of yourself. There's so many ways to feel rejected and not accept parts of ourselves. And that's all it is. That person is going to mirror back to you what you're really deep down feeling inside about your own self. And then you can heal it. There's so many wonderful opportunities out there to heal ourselves and our wounds, whether it is with a counselor or a therapist or a spiritual healer, a YouTuber. There are so many options that you can use to do this, even from the comfort of your own home. Like if it's name calling, you can just type in how to heal being bullied, and then things will pop up, and whatever grabs your attention, you can gravitate towards that, or you can work with a therapist. And you can give yourself a different experience, and therefore you won't have to have that anymore. You don't have to be feel shame about any experience that you had, or maybe you grew up maybe poor. I remember there was this one particular case that the person I was working with, they grew up with not a lot of money, and their parents would stand in line at the to get food stamps, and they had a lot of shame about that, and they were rejecting part of themselves. They did not feel as good as the other people in the school because they had way more money, etc., etc. You just don't know where it's going to stem from, but if you're experiencing it from some other person, it means that somewhere deep down inside of you, you're not accepting parts of you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you feel that it has helped, please do hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. I am trying to get to 1K followers so I can monetize this channel and get it to take off. As always, I do love your feedback. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything that you'd like to hear about or me take away or tweak or anything, I would love it. As always, with all my love and all my gratitude, and I will see you next time.